Yinka. I'm the spiritual type, and I'm a boss too. I'm a strong black woman. I can teach you femininity, the life of luxury. Come chill with me, and let me show you. Yinka.
Peace and love, family. I am Oshun Yinka, your favorite womb goddess, and today I want to connect the dots between spirituality and womb healing, or any type of physical ailment, if for that matter. If you guys are part of the Rebirth Society, then you hear me say all the time that your relationship with your womb is the relationship with God. And if you do not have a spiritual connection to source, then there is no way possible for you to have a beautiful, healthy relationship with your womb, and in turn actually heal any ailments that you have. So y'all, look at Lightning. Nobody told him to be way over there. But yes, I wanted to connect the dots on why this is important and how it's impossible for you to heal physical ailments if you do not have a relationship with source energy. So we already kind of have an understanding that, that we're completely made of water, that we're mostly made of water, not completely. We're mostly made of water, and so is the earth. And, I don't have to run down all of the ways that the human body and, nature are all the same, right? So when you have that understanding, if you know what the womb does, the organ itself, you know what that does, it brings life, it brings fertility, it brings creativity and things of that nature. When you are having ailments such as hormonal dysfunction, chronic infections and things like that, that is a direct reflection of your ability to create. That is a direct reflection of your ability to rebirth and to bring things into life. And this is also a reflection of your prosperity, your actual physical wealth here on the planet. How you feel about your working, your income, how you feel about your relationships and things like that. When there is no flow to the womb, which is the source of life, there is no life in anything else that you try to create. So if you're wondering why you just feel so confused, and you're wondering why you don't know which direction to go, or why everybody is always after you, or why is it always one thing after another, it's because you have no relationship to your source energy, which is your womb, which is the creator. Because we are all just a cup of God, right? We all have those we all have those qualities, we all have those abilities to be God, because God is in our image, right? So if I know that I am a piece of God, that piece of God is your womb. It's not your heart, it's not your brain, it is your womb. As a woman, your piece of God is your womb. So when we learn to connect the dots in that way, the reason why I'm making this video is because I've been seeing on my For You page on Facebook, like I've seen it a couple times last week, where it was like a voice of the audio was a lady saying, if you don't want me to mention God, then don't ask me for advice. And in return, like I've heard this a lot of times, like not recently, but I've heard a lot of times where people are like, don't if I'm confiding in you as a friend, don't go talking about God this and God that. Well, I'm with sis. Don't come to me asking me about anything, because I'm always going to get you back to the source. How are you going to heal anything when you don't have a connection to the creator, the person who made you, the blueprint? This is your manual. This is your literal connection to how you're supposed to be living. God knows exactly what you were meant to do, your soul contract and things like that. Like, so if you don't want to mention, or you don't want to have a relationship, you don't want advice from the exact source that created you, you don't want a solution to your problem, you just want to complain. And I have no room for that. I have no sympathy for that. I have no space for that. I cannot help somebody who wants to just wallow in their problems. If you're like, oh well, God don't have nothing, God has everything to do with everything, and the more that you disconnect from God, the more you're gonna have struggles trying to heal your womb space, because if you taking the spirituality out of healing, there is no healing. That's the reason why Western culture is a cancer, because when you start to adapt to these the Western mind, you start to disconnect, because the Western mind has conflict within itself. It has conflict within nature. It has conflict within God. And if you're in a Rebirth Society, we just did a training on that in our Hoodoo introduction course, like trying to connect the dots as to where you come from, so you know where you're going. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that there is no womb healing when you're going through the hormone challenge. The link is in my bio if you want to book a free consultation to our next session. But if you're going through any type of detox, this is the reason why people don't talk about if you've never went through a detox and started losing things. Okay, if you never went through a detox and started losing things, losing jobs, losing people, losing things that you thought you wanted, you have never went through a real detox, because the physical detox is making way for the spiritual connection. So in vice versa, if you stop focusing on the physical, if you stop focusing on, hey, I need to be more fertile, I'm trying to have a baby. You know how many women are referred to me and, like, I'm trying to have a baby, this and this, but I've had like 5 miscarriages, and or I keep having these different type of ailments. And I'm like, well, the first thing is stop trying to have a baby. That's number one. Your body is not even in physically, it's telling you it's not in the place for it to, you're not in the right spiritual or physical condition to even be able to carry a child. So why is that still your concern? We have to get out of that mentality that we have to, the physical is something outside of, or that these different bodies are separate. They are all one and the same. Your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, all of those are one and the same. And when there is inconsistencies, blockages, anything hindering in one area is going to do a domino effect in all other areas. So take this information and apply it as you see fit. If you are not in the Rebirth Society, I encourage you to click the link in the description and join the Patreon. It is only $5.99 a month, and that is the Rebirth Society specifically for spiritual healing. We do daily tarot pulls or intuitive messages. It's not always tarot, but intuitive messages every single day, Monday through Friday. And we're also doing a Master Hoodoo course, because y'all done forgot y'all roots, okay? Y'all done forgot y'all roots. Y'all done forgot where you come from. Y'all forgot that while you're trying to connect to Orishas and different type of, all these different African ATRs, like these African traditional religions, you're forgetting that you got to connect to ancestors first. These are the people, this is your bloodline. These are the people who are actually walking with you and guiding you and protecting and interceding for you. So I'm connecting you guys back to the roots with the Hoodoo Master Course in this Patreon. So go ahead and join now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I'm the spiritual type, and I'm a boss too. I'm a strong black woman. I can teach you femininity, the life of luxury. Come chill with me and let me show you.